The U.S. Navy announcing that they want swarm weapons that can steal electricity and basically power up their autonomous drones that are going to be out here in full force, and to do so wherever. Now, what they're talking about is, first off, what they're saying is a want, which I do not buy, because they must forget they've done contracted for this crap before in the past, and we've covered it. They've awarded the contracts. We've already seen the swarms of drones be implemented en masse, rolled out in an area where they can observe all types of things. We've also witnessed different technologies utilized in terms of powering them. This, I guess it may be a little different, because what they're saying is they want to be able to land these drones, even the miniature ones, on, say, power lines. And when they land on the power line, they want to be able to siphon energy from it. So just imagine if they're capable of doing this. They would be able to power anything pretty much anywhere. Any city, anywhere that has power or power lines, they could drop these drones in, and they could land on the power lines, and they could charge up. And they could charge up in places beyond that. When you're adding solar and kinetic energies and everything else into these devices, they could do a whole lot. But the idea here would be to launch a bigger missile, something like this, that would then, at a certain altitude or a certain location, drop or disperse all of these drones. They would then have a time limit of, say, the smaller ones, 30 minutes or so, to be able to pull off or accomplish their mission. And if they were to start to run low, they would have a map built in of the whole city and the whole infrastructure of the area in which they're going, and they would know exactly where to go to power up, just go sit on the power lines for a little bit, power back up, and then swoop right back down to where they need to be. Now, they're talking about trying to tap into all types of things. I've talked about other stories where they will try to land these miniature drones near a light bulb or near anything that has electricity and try to siphon that electricity off of it. Now, they're not going to go into extreme detail in terms of the technology they're using to do this. But what they're doing is they're hinting that this is what is about to be rolled out. If they're saying the Navy wants this, and we know that this is very possible to achieve here in terms of the drones and everything else, they're basically hinting that they're already harvesting battlefield energy. They are decades ahead of us. Much less, when it comes to years here, and they're dropping headlines like this, and then a year or two from now, you actually see them being used in headlines and in video clips. Well, it's not like they just created it. It's been around for some time, along with a lot of the other technologies that they're utilizing. But if you start to see weird things out there in the future, in terms of drones landing in certain places and sitting on power lines or something off the wall, you can guarantee the alphabet gangs and the military apparatus are hard at work at using these technologies to their advantage. And they're going to be deploying them in practice in certain places in their own backyard before they ever do it in, say, China or Russia or anything else like that. So just remember that. So I will leave a link. I will continue to update as I come across more information. And make sure to follow me on Twitter as well for the latest breaking news. This has been Dabu7. Peace.